star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Boston Celtics. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Pascal Siakam and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And for that game against Chicago, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And now the opening lineup for Boston.
Here we go.
The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Pistons, the forwards are Thompson and Harris. Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Duren in at the 5, patrolling the paint. NBA basketball in the spotlight, and the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. also celebrated in our games today and tonight, Greg.
It's great to honor a man who spoke for equality and justice, and in a league that's given voice to many communities working towards that equality.
Now, here is Robinson. 8 points his last outing. To the middle. And Duren slams it in.
How about the pass right there by Robinson, showing once again that he's a total team player.
Here he goes. And here's Brown outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Cunningham with it. Providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. Harris passes to Cunningham. Clock at 6. Over Pritchard. Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Out to White. Here's Hauser. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected camp. Now here's White. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Harris finds Thompson. In the corner, it's Robinson. No good with the triple. The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Stan, when you think of the most athletic teams in the NBA, the Pistons have to be right up there.
Yeah, a handful of supreme athletes. And most importantly, Kevin, they use that athleticism to attack and disrupt. That's what makes the difference.
Here's Brown, following the basket by Cade Cunningham. It's Brown with the drive.
Well, as his career has progressed, Brown's really improved his playmaking. Credit to him for putting in the work.
Cunningham right side. Robinson for 3, rebounded by the Celtics. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
Here is Cunningham after the basket by Boston. Outside, Robinson gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, for his career, Duncan Robinson is about a 40% three-point shooter, so he's got a permanent green light.
Brown against Thompson, and it's blocked. Cunningham outside. Thompson, high post. Brown on him. Here's Cunningham. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Cunningham's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, that's a shot that Cunningham is very comfortable with. No problem with the mid-range.
Brown inside the line. Duren pulls it in. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. They lead by 4. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, Kevin. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved, the team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Guys?
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Duren, the pass to Thompson. Back to Duren. Baseline try, and it's Derek White with the rebound. Celtics trail by 6. The kick out to Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Thompson slams it home.
Got to do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Boston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Cade Cunningham.
He hasn't been as sharp in the past 10 games as we're used to. It shows in his passing. The assist numbers down. Even the simple passes look tough for him right now. Maybe tonight he can get back on his game.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with them. Now let's take a moment to check out the steals leaders. In the third spot, Asar Thompson.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Cunningham passes to Harris. The tray. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one. Celtics trail by 11. You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Such a wide open look. Brown's got a couple of threes now in the first for Boston.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Shoots from the elbow. Garza pulls it in. Celtics trail by 12. Stolen by Robinson. Now Detroit moving it up. Out to Harris. Here's Cunningham. Rebounded by the Celtics. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Here's Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Asar Thompson.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Stewart comes in for Duren, and it's Jaden Ivey in for Robinson. That free throw good from Brown. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And Cunningham with the slam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Now Cunningham. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. In the corner, Ivy with it. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got assist number 5 here tonight. Celtics trail by 13. Here's Brown, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Brown's got 12 in the game.
And over time, we've seen Brown ease into accepting more responsibility on offense. He's now a dangerous scorer.
Now here's Thompson taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And here is Brown. 4 seconds left. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Kate Cunningham. The Celtics have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. Now, here's Cunningham, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Jalen Duren has been leading the charge for the Pistons. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action in just a minute. And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Holland is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's Ivy in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. And Stewart gets it to go.
What I love about Stewart, he never backs down. Plays the game with passion that's rarely seen.
White, wide open. He fires. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Pass to Holland. And it's Derek White with the rebound.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Now, Sasser, after the missed 3 from Derek White. Here's Holland, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
Celtics trail by 12. White looking around. Outside, Simon. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Ivy kicks to LeVert. And the 3 ball is good. And the Pistons lead by 15.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
And it's White missing.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
pass to Sasser. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
White the pass to Walsh. Simons from outside. The rebound by Ivy. Pistons leading by 18. Here's Holland. LeVert in the corner. It's good from long range. LeVert's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Pistons.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Harris is checked in for Holland. Thompson comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Cunningham in for Marcus Sasser.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Celtics trail by 21. Here's White, and he's finally able to knock one down. White's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's a smart shot by White. Most of the times, teams will give you the mid-range.
That's a 2 from Cunningham. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Brown. It's hauled in by Stewart. Detroit leading by 21. Harris kicks to Cunningham. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Celtics. White's got his 4th rebound in this one. Makes it off the glass. White's got 8. And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch you.
Celtics trail by 19. And Simons wide open. He'll fight. Good on the triple. Simons has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Cunningham. 8 points for him. Out to Harris. Ivy on the wing. From past the arc. Rebound by Williams. The Celtics shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. And it's White missing.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Cunningham passes to Harris, and it's blocked. They recover it. 6 on the shot clock. And Thompson kicks to Ivy. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And Simons has got the ball here for Boston. They trail by 16. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And it's White missing.
Yeah, and that three-point shot really has looked off here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it. And what does this team want from him? He said, be aggressive, don't defer. And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Back to you.
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. Duncan Robinson comes in for Ivy. Into the lane. Round the pass to Queta. Crafty move, and he sinks the layup.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And Shireman pulls it down.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duren drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
So it's the Celtics now, following the three-pointer by Cade Cunningham.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Shireman. Here's Cada, guarded by Robinson. And Cada gets it to go. Cada's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Robinson for 3, and the Pistons another 3.
It had to be lightning quick, and Robinson got it away.
Brown wide open, he fires. And again, it's Boston converting.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Celtics trail by 14. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pritchard from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Thompson, high post. Brown on him. Thompson, left side. Oh, and he misses the dunk. And so it's the Detroit Pistons holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Detroit Pistons.
They're completely in sync. It's like bees hive mind out there. Hear them, Kenny?
Yeah, great passing, but much better in your bubble pressure.
And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we might be seeing in the dunk contest this year.
This dunk contest is going to be legit. We've got some athletes, boy.
You're right, man. Some serious high risers in this field. I cannot wait to see what they come up with.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. On the floor for Boston, Pritchard and White are their guards. Sam Hauser is out there with Brown, and it's Cada in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. So fast of foot, on the run, Nasir, tough to catch.
And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Celtics. It's a 13-point game. Here's Hauser, and the layup's good off the glass. Hauser's got 7.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Now, here is Robinson. He's got 9. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Well, not an area we're used to seeing Robinson operate in, but he focuses and gets it to go.
Here's White. The kick out to Brown. From outside, off the mark. Detroit leading by 13. Inside. And Duran slams it in.
Well, give credit to Duran's teammates. They know he's got the hot hand, and they're feeding him the ball.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. From 13, Pritchard gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Pritchard passes to White. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Brown against Thompson. Cunningham outside. Over Pritchard. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Brown the pass to Queta. And there it is for him. He's got 8.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Out to Thompson. Cunningham outside. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists now in the game.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire. And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for White. 5th in three-point shooting, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. Now here's Brown. He's got 15. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Duran's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's stolen by Brown. To the paint. Here's Queta. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Queta's got 10 points in the game.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
Harris a screen on Pritchard. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game.
Here's White. And another basket for Boston.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now, here's Duran. He's got 12. It's stolen by Pritchard. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Pass to Brown. And it's good. 2 points. 17 points in the game.
And guys, really no surprise to see Brown flourishing on offense. He is just fearless on that end.
Duran with the screen on Brown. For 3, Harris. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 7th assist here tonight. And over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
Hauser lays it up and banks it in.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Robinson on the wing. White covering. Buries it from three-point range. Harris has got 11 points.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Pritchard passes to White. Back to Pritchard. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding. Nice.
And that's how Thompson does most of his damage offensively, attacking the basket.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Here's Hauser. 9 points in the game so far. The shape. A terrific move by Brown to score. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Stewart checked in for Detroit. Jaden Ivey comes in for Cunningham. And a new group in for the Celtics. Outside for Robinson. Fires the three. Nailed from three-point land. Ivey's got his second basket of the night.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end. But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Now, Ivey, after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Out to Thompson. Pass to Ivey. And stolen by Simon. It's Brown on the wing. Oh, drew the foul. Almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three. And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list. 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. You win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go. A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Celtics trail by 15. Pass to Sharman. Back to Simons. Fires the three. Drops in the tray. Simons has got 6 points.
Yeah, and Simons takes a lot of threes because he's confident in how dangerous he can be from there.
Thompson in the corner. And Detroit with another turnover here. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. Third spot, the Celtics.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
Tillman, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. A baseline J. Here's Garza. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They get it back. Stewart. And that one drops for him. He's got 6.
Well, you know, Stewart really hustles whenever he's out there. Great energy on the glass.
Here's Simon. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Detroit?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Detroit shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. No good on the free throw.
Pretty easy to be the teammate of Tobias Harris. You can count on double digits from him most nights, and he doesn't need a ton of the ball to get there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. LeVert's checked in for Robinson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Asar Thompson. Three-pointer, Simon. LeVert grabs the miss. LeVert's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Yeah, there you see Cunningham's willingness to take contact to battle for his shot inside.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons.
Hey, Cunningham, 2 shots.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Outside, Simons. We've got 13 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Garza, and it's blocked. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And so it's Detroit with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific three-point shooting display. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. Cade Cunningham out there with LeVert. Then there's Howland. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Ivy in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
Yeah, look, it's not always about height. He's showing he wants those boards.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
At the line for the Celtics.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Pistons leading by 12. Down low. Rebound by the Celtics. Here's Shireman to the inside. Garza, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Detroit making a switch. Duran's checked in. Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that JB Bickerstaff was giving to his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. And here is Williams. After Karis LeVert made the last three-pointer.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Duran. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. 14 points here for Jalen Duran.
Honestly, guys, I think Duran prefers contact. He is one physical dude. Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
LeVert from outside. The shot, no good. Celtics trail by 13. Simons has the open look, and it's Boston with another.
And after a lackluster first half, he's playing with a lot more energy now. Sometimes it takes that break to reset.
Now, here's Cunningham. LeVert with it. Duran with the screen on White. LeVert from outside. Good on the three-point shot. LeVert's got 6 points in the quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And so Simons will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 14. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it.
And Cunningham applies good pressure to the interior defense. And with his 6'6" height, Cade is a bigger guard type.
The first one falls. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone. What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
Cunningham looking it over to the paint. And Duran slams it in.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Williams gets the bucket.
Well, looking at Simon's assist numbers, they've skyrocketed over his time in the NBA.
Detroit leading by 14. 20 feet out. Rebound by the Pistons. Duran's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Ivy on the wing. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Cunningham kicks to LeVert. Over White. And it's LeVert missing.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest. Well, that's part of his role. With great size, they rely on him to help control the boards.
Cunningham for 3. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
And White with the stuff.
Well, White is a solid athlete. He's more than capable of getting up for these kind of throwdowns.
Here's Cunningham. And Boston with the rebound. White's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Brown the pass to Williams. Back to Brown. Sinks that one from the post. Brown's got 10 points in just the second half.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over. And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Personal foul. Team second.
That's good from Duran.
Well, look, it seems like every time Jalen Duran is on the floor, he's looking to outdo himself, to raise his own standards as a player. I really like that about him.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Ivy. Here's Pritchard. Back to Brown. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
Duran sets the screen for Cunningham. Harris.
Yeah, we've seen Tobias do this for years. Figure out different ways to score it, including via the free throw line.
That's good from Harris.
At the line for your Pistons, Harris. Tobias Harris.
And he makes both free throws. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Down by 15. Tries the spin move. And there's the dunk.
JB showing off those handles. That was a weakness of his early on. Now it's strength.
Now Harris. Shoots. And he drains the J. Celtics trail by 15. Now Brown. Tries it from 9. That one is off.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Good!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now Robinson. shoots the three, buries the deep ball.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Brown fires. Duren pulls it down. Detroit leading by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pistons.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jalen Duren.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
For the Pistons, Stewart checked in for Duren. Holland comes in for Harris. And Moore subbed in for Duncan Robinson.
Well, Cade Cunningham is a terrific all-around player. His scoring, passing, and rebounding are a huge lift for this team.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
No good from Moore. On offense, here are the Celtics. Simons from outside. LeVert grabs the miss.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Stewart in the corner. Moore outside. And here's LeVert. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And now, our player of the game, Jalen Duren.